Coming from the City of Angels, from the basement of Studio True, we bring to you the William Vinegar Show. So here he is, William Vinegar.
What up, everybody? Good evening. And it's starring me, the host with the most. Went a little old school on you. It's Friday, December 1st, 2023, and this is episode 24. Hope all is well with you and yours. As always, hit the like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to get your bell rung when I have a new episode. I'm also on Spotify where you can get full episodes. Now I'm going to start putting out full episodes on Spotify. On YouTube, you're going to get, clips, kind of like a mashup on my YouTube, but it'll still be considered an episode. But it'll lead you to my Spotify channel where you can get the full episode. And you can follow me on Instagram at The Mighty Sosa, where you can see clips of this episode and my daily shenanigans as the Rogue Supervisor. People ask me why I call myself the Rogue Supervisor. Because I'm a self-directed person. And I'll be talking about that in my commentary, my final commentary. What does it mean to be a self-directed person? As you guys know, I've been on hiatus for about two weeks, taking care of business and standing on business. That's right, standing on business. All of a sudden, he has a pre-roll in his hand. Let's get to Instagram shoutouts, or rather shoutouts. I'm going to be making new segments of my show, but shoutouts. I want to give a shout out to Swedish Skeptic. I want to give a shout out to Gabby Amariso. I want to give a shout out to Shay Toya. We got to do a show. Remember. I also want to give a shout out to XX Thickness. Shout out to my man Real Loud. Shout out to my man Damn the Evil. Shout out to those who are the followers of the Mighty Sosa on Instagram. Now, episode 24, we're going to talk about in this episode, I'm going to talk about attacks, expulsions. I had to read the script again. Sorry. Solar systems, trollers, Boosie, and I'm going to give you my quote of the day, or quote of the night, or quote of the week, or quote of the year. This and much more. Be right back. I'm not going to say baby. Well, I'm back. We'll talk about attacks. It was a black girl who got attacked in a North Carolina middle school by a white male who was listening to a conversation that she was having with two white girls. The two white girls called her a slave. Now, if you've seen that video on the internet, you'll see that the black girl was, sticking up for herself. She didn't want to be called a slave, and then the white boy jumped in and called her the N-word, and then they started fighting. And she was holding her own. Yes, she was. Now, on to the next story, which is expulsions. George Santos, the embattled congressman from New York, Long Island, he got expelled from the Congress today, 311 to 114, I believe. He was looking on OnlyFans. He spent his campaign donations, got an OnlyFans account, God knows what he was doing on there, but he was doing all type of shit on, in Congress. He lied and he lied and, blemished his resume. He talked about his mother got killed in 9/11 in the towers and she didn't. Just all type of shit with this man. And, he actually spoke the truth on the floor of the Congress. He's not the only one that should be expelled from Congress. I think the other 434 need to be expelled as well. Now, as soon as I unlock my phone, I'll get to the next one. I lost my other phone that I use to podcast. Once again, being careless. We talk about lowering your stress. You know how you can lower your stress? Doctors at Drexel University figured that you can lower your stress by just doodling, writing little pictures. It says it lowers your stress. Sometimes when I'm in meetings, sometimes I have my paper and, you're supposed to be taking notes of what the higher ups say, but, I'm actually doodling, actually saying, when the fuck is this meeting going to be over on the paper? And with that, let me give you my motivational quote of the day. You ready? The most dangerous person is the one who listens, thinks, and observes. Once again, the most dangerous person is the one who listens, thinks, and observes. To me, that means that it's not dangerous in the sense that, you're going to go out and do something evil or petty against someone. Although that can happen. It's more of not letting anyone get over on you. Hearing them twice or listening to them twice to get to know who they are. A lot of people base everything on first impressions. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I know I rub some people the wrong way, first impressions, and that lives with them. But when it comes to listening and observing and thinking, there ain't one better than me. And I'm hoping the same for you. And on that note, I'm going to go to the other side and talk shit and throw shade at Boosie. But not him necessarily. A troller. Be right back. All right, talking shit and throwing shade. We're going to talk about an incident maybe happened about, I would say about a couple of years ago. You guys know that story where Mike Tyson gets into a fight with someone that was, basically bothering him for about 10 or 15 minutes while he was on the plane, asking for autographs. And I think in the video, I think Mike Tyson was telling him not to, keep cool, stop fucking with me. And obviously the guy didn't listen and Mike Tyson beat him up basically. 2 years later, now the guy is, basically, suing him, you know what I'm saying, for pretty much $500,000 as a settlement. So obviously he's still been bothering Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying, sending them probably legal papers and all that type of shit, right? Do you want to get hit in the head? I mean, hit in the head with another bottle, sir? Leave it alone. Stop fucking with people on planes. Do that shit on Spirit. Now we're gonna talk about Boosie, but in a good way, and I guess it's really against Rod Wave using someone else's music. Boosie came out, you know, he's suing Rod Wave about using him as a sample in one of his songs and not paying him. You know how they used to do in the 90s and during the golden era when, you know, everyone was sampling and everything like that, and they put something in there where, you know, that if you sample, you have to pay the royalties to the person that you sampled to. And I believe that still exists. So I don't know what Rod Wave is doing and why he's doing it, but it don't make sense. Good job to you, Boosie. I think I'll do the same thing too. On that note, my final commentary on self-directed people. Be right back. Yes, the final segment, the final commentary. Self-directed people. You know, when you first enter the workforce, you know, you'll have a diverse crowd. Everybody has to be inclusive. It's fair. You have to be inclusive. But sometimes, you know, when you're in the workplace, sometimes you run into folks who, you know, they see how you work and they get jealous of it. They might see how you work, how you interface, how you interact with those around you, how you just jump into things and start doing them without being asked to. A self-directed person. You know, I believe that I've always been that type of person, and this type of person exists. I'm just not the only one. But once you get into the workplace, and not only the workplace, but, you know, in life in general, you're going to run into folks who see that in you and is going to want to bring you down because they're envious, because they don't know how to be that way. Sure, they might have went to school, went to college, got a degree. And no one might have told them that. That's possible. Or they could have been hearing it through the years. Who knows? But those type of folks who get envious and jealous because of a self-directed person, especially in the workplace, will try to bring you down, will try to hate on you, will try to twist things in a way to make it seem like you're the one at fault and not them. Or rather, in my case, I can sit here and say, you know, I did bad things, things I should be held accountable for at work, at life. Yes, I have. Have I been late? Yes. Have I been absent? Yes. Have I went off and had a tirade and got suspended for a week? Yes. All that shit happened, and I was held accountable for it. Although I did get a paid vacation, basically. And it didn't come out of my hours either. But, you know, being self directed challenges people. It challenges what they know to be, which are brown nosers, kiss asses, and couldn't lead anyone if their life depended on it. As the motorcycle goes, oh no, that's a helicopter, I'm sorry. I'm going to end this episode. This is the ending of episode 24. You know I'm going to get a new emblem. Hopefully it'll be out for season 2. You'll be seeing little, I'll be putting little things in the video to show you the new emblem. And on that note, with my signature quote, God bless, be true, and stay gold, baby. 1.